Come on, Bookie, we just have to talk. Hmm? You are amazing. Do you know that? Girl, you are beautiful. Your skin is priceless. Girl, you're amazing. Oh my goodness. You are confident and I love it. You are in control. You can do it. You know that, right? You've solved problems before. So this one is not too big for you to solve. Girl, do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? They don't even know you yet. You are growing. You are becoming. You are a woman. You are a badass woman. Ooh, Bookie. Ooh, I don't even know what to say to you. Girl, you are everything wonderful. You are the best thing to happen to this world. I said it. You are one of the 7 wonders of the world. And guess what? The other 6, they are behind you. Hey guys, welcome to Sincerely Speaking with Bookie. I hope you're doing good. I hope you are having a great time. And if you're just seeing this video for the first time, okay, please just subscribe. I'll definitely appreciate that. And if you're already subscribed, I absolutely love you. Yes, I'm so excited today because, you know, I look so amazing. I look so wonderful. I can't stop talking to myself about myself because she got me. She understands me. She knows that we are in this together. That's the conversation I'm going to be having with you guys today. It's all about self-talk. Self-talk is the conversation, the dialogue you have with yourself about yourself, with what is going on around you or what you're about to do. It's the kind of conversation you want to sit down with yourself and have. You can either do it in your restroom, you can either do it sitting down in your house, in your parlor, in your sitting room. You can even have the self-talk while working. You can be doing it wherever you feel comfortable, any moment in time. Self-talk moment is that moment you have inner voices in your head. Sometimes that voice can be talking to you, and sometimes you're just replying yourself. You're like, what's going on? Are we having a meeting? Is there a dialogue, a conversation? And there are most times that you'll be talking with somebody and within yourself you're also talking to yourself. I do have moments like that. I know some of you might not know it, but it happens to most of us, almost everybody I can say, because no one knows you better than you know yourself. So most of the conversations you're going to have in life are going to be conversations with yourself. Self-talk is interesting, it's important, and it's very necessary. Yes, it is, because this is what's going to shape our life. This is what shapes our belief. This is what shapes our ideas. This is what shapes even the reaction we give when people are talking or when people expect us to make a decision. Self-talk is the moment that redefines everything for us. Self-talk moment can either be a self-sabotaging moment or a self-empowering moment. So whatever kind of self-talk you're having will always be evident in your reaction. It will be evident in how you speak to other people. It will be evident in how you even look at yourself. Self-talk can help you with your mental health. It can help you with your general well-being. It can help you with problem solving. It can empower you to even take risk. It can help you overcome fear. It can do so many things for you. So the kind of self-talk you have with yourself is quite crucial and very important. You need to check it. So when I kind of figured I was the architect of my own life, not every other person in it. I'm the architect of who comes in, who goes out, how the structure is going to be, how I want it to look, how I want it to go. I decided to look, okay, I'm the architect. And how am I the architect? It means I'm the one in charge. I'm in control of everything. And it starts from the thoughts in my head. It starts off from the kind of conversation I have with myself. Because sometimes you have moments to yourself that you're just going through everything in your life. I mean, that's how people fall into depression. When they have lone moments and decide to think about all the negative things happening in their life. I used to be that person until I decided that, you know what, I'm in charge here, I'm in control, and I'm going to spin this thing around the way I want it. That was because I had the self-talk with myself. If you're a fan of Insecure, yes, Isare is like my best character. She's like the best character for almost everybody. She owned the movie, right? Well, the most interesting part for me in the series is whenever Issa have to go like to the bathroom to talk to herself, it's like, yes, girl, You can do it. You're a queen, you're a this, yes. And you see she comes back feeling better. That's what self-talk can do to you. Self-talk can help you rejuvenate, it can help you retrace, it can help you understand better. It can help you even have a clearer perspective to things. That's because you took time alone to talk to yourself about it. When you're having conversation with people, you might not be as expressive as you want it to be, but a self-talk goes on in your head. You're just thinking about things. Maybe your business is having a problem. You're just thinking of, okay, so how did I get here? How did my business go bad? Maybe you're having an examination. You're thinking of, okay, what can I do to pass my exams? If you're going for a job interview, you're already analyzing in your head how you want to behave when you get there, what are the questions, how you're going to react to them. All those things goes on internally in your head, and that's what is going to help you either move you forward or keep you right where you are. But you know what? I'm going to be helping you, telling you what type of self-talk you should be having, because this is 2020 and we are going to be having a lot of great self-talk moments with ourselves right from today, okay? Type of conversations you have with yourself. There's the positive self-talk and there's the negative self-talk. So, if you think negative things, you will talk to yourself negatively. If you think positive things, it means you are always having positive conversations. So it's like two sides of the coin. It's either head or tail, black or white, front or back, open or closed. It's either positive or negative. No in between with self-talk. But the in between might be moments where you have negative talks and you just have to reframe and just give yourself a pep, positive talk. The positive self-talk is not the absence of the negative self-talk, but it's reprogramming, reaffirmation. It's you reminding yourself of all the positive things, or you talking to yourself nicely. It's you being good to yourself. Is evidence in the way you respond or you speak about yourself. It's in the way you respond to people. It's the way you have optimistic view about life, about situation. It's in the way you have solutions to problems. A positive self-talk can help you have a clear, critical perception and possible solutions to life situations happening around you. For example, if something bad happens to you, as a self-talk person, you will internalize the situation. Let's say, for example, maybe you lost your job. You're not going to lose your job, but that's an example. You lost your job. You would think about, okay, I've lost this one. It's not like I'm not pained, but what's the way forward? That's because you have positive self-talk with yourself. You would always think of solution. You would always think of, okay, what other outcomes? What are the good, positive sides to these things? With all the things going on in the world right now, I think a positive self-talk is very, very crucial, because man, you just can't be thinking about death, corona, tsunami, volcanic eruption, bomb blast. There's all of the craziness, killings, shootings happening in the world. It's enough to mar how you talk to yourself, because you're scared, you're agitated, you're anxious, you're stressed, you have a lot of things going on around you. So moment like that, you usually start internalizing the negative things happening around you. So positive self-talk isn't the absence of a negative self-talk, but it's a reprogramming, refocusing, and redirection of those negative self-talk. And sometimes it's reaffirmation you give to yourself. I feel like if we all talk to ourselves nicely, there will be less crime, less terror, less evil happening in the world, because we'll all be happy, good, jolly people. Absolutely. A negative self-talk is the absence of a positive self-talk. This is the reason why there are some people you talk to, they have problems for every solution. If you say let's do this, they have complaint. If you say let's do this, they have a reason why it's not going to work. Okay, let's try this. Nah, I don't want us to do this. The last time we went there, it was terrible, it was horrible, the service was poor. And you're like, do you ever take a moment to look at the good side of things? I mean, I always wonder how some people are so unkind to themselves. Like, yo, you look at yourself, a wonderful creation like you, and you decide to say nice things about yourself, decide to speak to yourself rudely. And you know the funny thing, there are some people, they speak to themselves unruly. They speak to themselves like terribly. Like the conversation they have in their head, they cannot say it out because it's going to be so disgusting. But then when they talk to other people, they want to be, oh, you look good today. Oh, you're doing the great job. Oh, that was amazing. But you don't say those things to yourself. If it's you, you start criticizing what you're doing. I'm terrible at this. I don't know how to do this. Why is it always me? Why does it have to be me failing this? If you have negative self-talk with yourself, your reaction, your response, and your view to life will always be on the negative angle. You're always going to have pessimistic view. You will just bring bad vibe, bad energy into a good setting. You will always have moments of, oh, I don't think I can do it. I'm terrible at this. I'm going to fail at this. Like, come on. Cut yourself some slack, man. Have you even thought about the moment you got it right? Have you thought about all the effort you put in getting here? Have you thought about all the good things happening in the world to you? There are a lot of craziness, but then there are good things happening to you. You being alive is a good thing. Just in case you're looking for an option, or you're looking for, okay, what can I even say about myself that would be good? You are wonderful. I wish I could just go into everybody's head and rewire like positive, 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 positive. But then we all have to help ourselves with having positive self-talk. And how can you do that? Always be aware of the kind of conversation you're having with yourself. Always be that person who comes into the room and you're like bringing a good vibe, bringing the positive vibe, not a downer. Some people get into the room and everybody goes, meh. Another thing I like to do is to reprogram. I like to reprogram conversation. If I say I can't, I will say I can. If I say no, I will say yes. If I say, okay, this is never going to be possible, I will tell myself it's possible in 101 ways. I always like to reprogram thoughts because sometimes these negative thoughts, they creep in. You don't even know when they just cross your mind. It's not like they're not going to cross your mind. They are going to cross your mind like several times a day, but you just have to understand that whenever they cross your mind, you have to reset. Like, that's not it. That's not what we are going to be talking about today. That's not the angle I want it to go. So it's more like you talking to yourself nicely. Instead of saying, oh, you're ugly as a fat person, or you're too skinny, clothes won't fit you. You look at yourself and you know what, girl, we have to add some flesh to these places. We have to, you know what, tone down these places. We have to like tone down the legs. We have to do certain things to ourselves to make ourselves look good. Yes, it's you reprogramming those negative words you have in your head. Another thing is you have to distance yourself from yourself when having conversation with yourself. How can you do that? You have to put yourself in the third person. I know some people, when they talk to their friends, they're all cool, they're all nice, and all of that great stuff. But when it comes to them talking about themselves, oops. So most times I like to take myself out of the conversation. I like to put myself in the third place. So if I'm going to talk to myself as a friend, what would I say to my friend? So I start that way, because if my friend is doing stuff, I would not want to go and be the person that comes to tell you, you're terrible, you're going to fail at it. It will be so horrible. That person is not going to be your friend for long. But so if I do that, I come to my friend, I say, oh girl, you're getting it. Oh, you're doing wonderful. Oh girl, you're popping, you're glowing. Life is good with you. And I start telling myself all of that stuff. You see, all of this is evidence in the way I talk to myself. It is. I talk to myself nicely. I talk to myself about all the good things that happen to me. I talk to myself like, man, you know what? We are best friends for life. I feel like the best friend you would have, the longest companion you would have, the most romantic relationship you're going to have, the longest relationship you would have is the relationship you have with yourself. That's why broken people go into relationship and they go out broken, because you need to fix you. You need to be nice to yourself for you to understand when somebody is nice to you. I know when you're nice to yourself, when you talk to yourself nicely, when you talk to yourself in good way, when you talk to yourself appropriately, when people treat you unnicely, when people are inappropriate with you, when people are going off course, you can, I'm not having that. Don't talk to me that way. Don't speak to me like that. Don't be that person who looks at me and think that, oh, you can size me down with your words. Don't do that. That's because what? You talk to yourself nicely. You understand. You know you wouldn't do that to yourself, so you won't take it from anybody. Because what? You are good on your own. And last but not the least is affirmation. I cannot emphasize how good affirmations are. Affirmations will help you validate yourself before any other person validates you. It will help you encourage yourself. It will help you take risks. It will help you do things that even yourself will be amazed at. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. Ooh, we did it. Ooh, congratulations, Bookie. That was good. That's just you affirming yourself that, you know what, I'm glowing. Ooh, I'm wonderful. I'm abundant. I'm a go-getter. I set my mind to it. I can achieve it. Any other person in your life, whatever they are doing is just extra. So if they are validating you, it's extra. You've validated yourself already. You've told yourself how wonderful you are. You've told yourself you're good at the job. You've congratulated yourself before any other person congratulates you. You've done all of the great stuff to yourself. So anything anybody's doing, it's extra. Extra, bonus, jara. That's it. Affirmations are really, really important. So you might want to put that into how you talk to yourself, about yourself to yourself. It's important in life. It's important in your board meeting. It's important in your family meeting. It's important in your relationship. It's important in your education. It's important in virtually everything in life. So talk to yourself nicely. Be good to yourself. I feel like sincerely Bookie is me always saying, you're too sincere for yourself, and you just have to do it on YouTube. And I'm doing it. So guys, that's it. Self-talk is really good. I cannot emphasize how good self-talk is, because I'll just keep talking on and on and on and on. Because you know what? That's what we all need in the world. That's what you need in your medical sector, in your health sector, in your finance, in your relationship, in your church, in your school, in your offices. It's what you need generally in life. So impute talking to yourself nicely, talking to yourself positively, talking to yourself, encouraging yourself. Don't self-sabotage. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Don't do that. It's not good on you. It's not a good look at all. Talk to yourself nicely and you'll be glowing like me. You'll be popping without even knowing it. People will be looking at you and be like, there is just something different about you. They won't know it's the way you talk to yourself. You've hyped yourself before you got here. So there's nothing anybody can tell you that's going to bring your spirit, because you are your best friend. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for checking out my video always. If you are not subscribing, please, I'm begging you, subscribe. I would love to be your friend. I want you to join me in the comment section. Tell me your name. Tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me things about you. Tell me how you talk to yourself. I just want us to be friends, okay? And of course, if you are already subscribing, I love you and I like you. And what else? Okay, speaking of like, just like this video, okay? Until I come your way next time, this is sincerely Bookie. Bye bye.